And man, without Craig, I'm like bummer. I got to do all this stuff. Let me see here. Uh, All right. Hello, everyone. This is Robert Hollis. This is Ask Us Anything. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. Today is if I didn't say it already, Ask Us Anything. So we have Bill Shoemaker, we have Deborah Bronner, we have Melody Ryba, and we have Lisa Marie. And yeah, the first thing that I wanted to bring out is Lisa Melody actually hang on here. Let me add this person. Hi, Mary. But like I was saying, that it's great to see you. Like I was saying, Melody just was in her back office and sent me a screenshot of where bonus alert 5 to 15,000 bonus completed. So congratulations, Melody. That is so awesome. Got anything to say?
Yeah, this company is giving away money like crazy. It's insane. I got the 5,000, but I didn't know how I got it. I listened to the video.
Yeah.
It's a long video. I still, yeah, it was nuts.
It is really crazy when you get into a new company. The way you discover the comp plan is by usually just going through it. And I've never seen, Josh used to always brag about his back office with MDC. But man, it's like you can find everything on anybody that you want to as you build your group. It's just so cool where you can click on, hi Deb, how are you? And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So usually on Unlimited Wisdom, I mean AUAs, there's Sandy. We'll wait till she gets on here. Hi, Sandy. Thanks a lot for jumping on. That's awesome. But yeah, normally what I do is on Ask Us Anything, I can share with you guys just a little mindset. But I'm like just got done with my meditations. I was listening to Wash by the Word, and then I ran and jumped, threw a shirt on and jumped on here. So, I'll just open it up. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask again about anything, it doesn't matter. A lot of times, what people think Ask Us Anythings are about, something that we're doing. But I just want you guys to know that Ask Us Anything can be about anything. It can be anything. So it's I see Matt's finally coming on here. Gonna have to see if he got a note for being tardy. You know what I mean? There he is. Hi, my son. How are you? Hang on.
I'm doing amazing. How about you guys? Happy
Awesome. I
Sunday, everybody.
I seen a like 4 million messages going back and forth between you and Coach Bob.
hmm Yeah, Coach Bob setting up his own personal AI assistant. So
That's really
he just
cool.
bought a Mac Mini and he's going through that whole entire process. So it's fun to get in the weeds with somebody inside of Unlimited Wisdom too.
Yeah. And Deb, I wanted to congratulate you on being a VIP member. That was really cool. I didn't notice that till yesterday. I was going through a bunch of them, and it's crazy. I think we got like 14 or 15 people that are on the premium now. So it's like you build it and it will come. You build it and you will come. So I don't know how many of you guys got to see the interview that Deb did with me. She told me it was going to be short and sweet, and so. That was really cool. So that was really amazing. So here's Dustin coming in here. So well, okay, Mary, go ahead and ask a question.
It's not really, well, there
Oh,
was a question.
like I said, it could be open. It could be about anything. And Mary, thank
So
you so much for doing all those cool little graphics for Terry. She just
you have
loves them.
you have no idea how much fun it is doing these. And I know like this much, I will get there, but it is so much fun. So I was doing one for of me and my dog, that says something like some people don't know how much it is to love a dog, but that's okay, the dog knows anyways. So I
Right.
made that for me, and then immediately I thought of Terry. I said, oh, Terry would freaking love this. So I went to her Facebook page. I could only find like 2 pictures that I could clip, and then I found 2 of your dog, and I'm like, I gotta do this and send this to her. So it's so much fun.
Very, very good. But what was there something else that you wanted to
Yes.
say? Because I just brought that up
So
right away. I'm sorry.
I know Trish and Mike aren't on here, but I just have to say, I went on a couple Zooms with them, and I try to, help them how to do the AI and other questions that they had. And I'm just so proud that I saw Mike posted a video, and it was the one I'm sure you saw the one of me where I had the kitchen and I was in the background. Well, he did that with him in the background, and it's like you're like a proud mama.
Yeah.
So
there's-
it is really exciting when you
Yeah,
when
there's
you
that
see
one post that I shared with you that there doesn't like I think we all get it if we have children and we got grandchildren, Matt and Hannah send us videos all the time of Ezra tearing up the carpet now. Bouncing up and down. It's so great. And but the statement sort of goes, there's nothing more enjoyable than watching the lights turn on, the hope, and the excitement from another human being. It's just, and I think that we do that sometimes with getting a pet to do a trick, or maybe for some of you women, getting a husband to do what you want him to do. Now, I don't, but
You're so right. It is. My husband and I, we don't have kids. We don't have children. We have dogs. So it is so rewarding to see that. Anyway, so that was one of the things. And the other thing I wanted to share. Now, maybe it's my energy. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's a universe, because I am so psyched. I've been on cloud 12 since Saturday. So maybe it's all that. But I didn't check I didn't check today, but I posted 5 days in a row. And 5 days in a row, I got 5 people reach out to me to get information on the products. 3 of them got the product, got the sample. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. 1 of them actually purchased product. 2 or 3 of them got it or I think 2 of them got the sample in the back office, and then I have to drop samples off to a couple. So it's like, it works. Now, is this going to happen every day? I'm going to say yeah.
well,
But it's
just like it's again funny. Exponential growth is really, really crazy. I have some screenshots where I've had paid members. I've had over 15,000 paid members come in my group in 1 month.
Wow. Okay, I want that.
Yeah. So but one a day, you know what I mean? For 30 days is 30 people, 300.
I'll be happy with that. So my question, I guess, so after all that, and I'm all excited about that, and so after that, obviously I'm going to follow up. How did you like the products? So without thinking, thank you. Without thinking, from my heart, I would probably say, how did
whatever's on your heart.
Right. How did you like the products? Did it help you? Did you notice a difference? I will be honest, one of my biggest obstacle that I will get over is asking if they want to purchase a product without sounding salesy.
All you're doing is overthinking. That's all you're doing.
I know that.
That's all you're doing is
You make me a whole
overthinking. So
entire
say,
list
I'm
I'm
in
of
my
going to
head.
reach out. I'm going to
tasks
reach
to
out to them
follow
and
to
not
set this
overthink.
up
What
on
did you
the
say, Matt?
we're gonna
Matt,
call
what are you
it
saying?
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to my AI.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I am sort of the smartest thing that you know.
That's funny. Apologies, everybody.
Hi,
So,
Charlie. Thanks for getting on here. Yeah, Mary. Every little step that you take, that you get good at one thing, and then as you get good at that thing, then you look at the next thing in the process, and
yep,
then you overthink that,
right.
and then you go to the next thing and you overthink that. I see Lisa Marie shaking her head. It's just that's just what we do as human beings.
And I think
It's
it's
like
getting used to the process. So once you're comfortable with this process, that's easy enough. Once you become comfortable with the process of asking them how much how they like the product, and
right.
once I get past that, that'll be easy. Then asking them if they want to be a consultant, it's getting over that hurdle. Okay, I get
Yeah,
that.
and
I get
and
that.
one of the things that I think always works for me because I just come from my heart on everything
Right?
is a lot of people instead of believing that they're going to make a mistake or they're going to ruin something or they're going to say something to a person. Do you know I normally say that thing out loud? Example is
What do you mean? Yeah.
I would go, Mary, just checking up with you. The last thing that I would hate to do is come off as being pushy or salesy.
Perfect.
And if you'll just guide me in helping you make the correct decision for you and your family,
That's perfect.
I just don't want to be the person that dropped the ball.
Right.
So, I
Right.
mean, it's
So
like so everything that you think that you're messing up on, just be just be like that. I just constantly will reach out to people and go, I'll even say that. I'll say, um, I don't want to be the person that's dropping the ball, but I'm really excited about you and your family being on this product.
exactly.
See?
Gotcha.
And it's
Which I
like,
am.
yeah, and
Yes.
and so yeah, if you do that, it'll work out every time. And then sometimes when they don't go to the next step, just make sure that you understand that that's part of the processes too. So Terry, we were talking, a day or so ago, and Terry educated a person, and then the person, I forget, or maybe she said that one of her people reached out to a person, and the person said, "Thanks for giving me the information. I researched it, and I bought some glutathione product off eBay." And you're like, you want to
Thanks. Thanks
go,
a lot.
yeah, you want to go, man, you stupid, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But people are people. I've never ever been. Hi, Dustin. Thanks for jumping on here.
So if they say they really like the product, but they really can't afford it, I'm thinking I would just say, well, if you join as a consultant and get customers and refer customers, you'll make enough to get your products for free.
That's
That
exactly
and
the
that
way you
doesn't
say it.
sound salesy, right?
No,
Okay.
no. Well,
Okay.
just like Terry used to have a problem with that. She just went through the consultant part. And so if someone was going to buy the product, I think you guys can see it right on the sales page, when you buy something. So if a box of blue Immunical is $12, but if you're a consultant, it was $78. Do you think that's worth saying to somebody? Hey, I just want you to know that if you become a consultant, that you actually get it at a deeper discount. And of course, if you can afford a subscription, to be on it on a monthly basis, you get even a deeper discount. I just wanted to let you know so you could get it at the cheapest cost. So then why wouldn't you say, oh, by the way, once you really love the product, I'll show you some of the posts that I did that you answered, that you reached out on, and we could do posts like that for you because if you get, we get you, our focus would get you like 7 customers, and then you would be making more money than it cost you to have your family on the product.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so
Happy
much.
for you, Mary.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love that you said the one other thing that you'll say before I move on is you go, I don't know if it's my energy that I'm jacked up since last Saturday that's making this happen. It's like
I think it is.
you know it is. You know it is. And I always tell people, take a little snapshot of that. We got this recorded on here and just go listen, what do I need to do on a daily basis to stay in this state?
Gotcha.
Well, I'm proud of you, Mary. I love
Thank you.
You bet. You bet.
Thank you so much.
We'll go to Uncle Bill. Hey, Mr. Shoemaker, how are you?
Uncle Bill, I like that.
Hey, that's
I'm an Uncle Bill.
yeah, you are.
Well, Mary is right. It's energy. Everything is energy, and you definitely. We're so proud of you, Mary, for the energy that you're showing us, and that's really the key ticket to all of this, isn't it, Robert? So, I'm curious. Now, I know Matt went over, but I didn't really catch how exactly Mary's making those images. I would like to be. Maybe we have a session, or maybe Mary could teach it, or Matt could.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people that are producing stuff is Matt. Jesus, Matt is just going over so many things. I mean, the stuff that he was covering yesterday was just unbelievable, and so people are watching him doing it. Yesterday, Matt was teaching people how to do the videos. How to do the a person walking up and interviewing somebody and talking about whatever. So yeah, it's like what I would suggest that you do, Bill, until yeah, because every one of them, Matt, you can answer that question, or Mary. It's like what you got to do is just again, just experiment with it and do it.
Experiment, right.
Yeah, is don't like think, but Matt, what would be some of the first couple of things that you could say to Bill that would help him create a graphic like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not that difficult. It's pretty easy to do. You just need a couple of pictures. So it depends on what platform you want to make it on, right? Like if so,
I chose Gemini.
Gemini, perfect.
Yeah.
Gemini works great. So if you're on Gemini, right? I'll zoom in so we can see here. You're gonna click Create Image.
Hang on, Matt. Let me make this
no problem.
Spotlight for everyone.
I gotta actually get some pictures here. What pictures are we looking for? Like, you wanted to make the ones like Mary has?
Yeah, just promoting Immunicom.
Okay. Let me see. Let's find Mary.
Yeah, I'd like to get some free customers too, Mary.
Mary, can you send one of the pictures somewheres, or have you posted it in the school group?
Oh, could I steal her pictures and put myself in it?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Oh, I could do that, huh?
Absolutely.
Here, I got this one right here. So we'll copy this. So this is the picture, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Mary was saying. Now,
nice.
because he used ChatGPT, all of this stuff is misspelled.
Looking good, Mike.
Yeah.
Just so you know. But if you use Gemini and you click Create Image down here, and use Nano Banana, it should be better. So I'm going to take the image. All I did was save it, right? And then we're going to go here and we'll find you, Bill, and open the image of you.
Well, that's a pretty good one.
Right? Let me copy. There we go. And then all we're going to say is take man in image. We'll do it this way. Take the man in image 1 and replace him with the man in image 2. Keep everything else in image 1 exactly the same. And we'll see what it does.
I like what Dustin said, just talk to AI like a friend. Just like Matt just did.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, like, what me and Bob are doing is, like, pretty nuts, but you guys are going to hear a lot about it soon. Like, not just from us, but, like, in the news. So
creating a computer that is your agent.
Yeah, you guys know, like, so here you go.
I need to be holding the Immunitech cup, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's an
Yeah,
edit. The
I know,
model is
I
an
get it.
editing
Yeah.
model, so you could just click tools, click create image again, and say, "Can you replace the
That's
coffee?"
the way you should speak to the universe too. I love it.
Right.
Interesting.
God.
But it's really that easy. Like it's you could take any
Right.
picture
I
on the
get it.
internet and put yourself
Yeah.
in it. All you're gonna ask the AI to do is take the man or woman in the initial image and replace it with the person in image two. Remember when you upload images into chat? First one is image
Right.
one, image two, image three, image four. So it's good
Right.
to reference those images when you're having
You
it
could
do
get more
stuff. But
specific too, how I'm standing or
oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
size of
So
the size
now,
of my
yep,
body.
now the box is there, and you can keep going with this as long as you want to, right? Like it
Right.
can change a lot of stuff. Can
Right.
you make his shirt
I like the
black?
shirt.
I'm just showing people. But yeah, the shirt's nice. I like the shirt as well.
I think that shirt goes great in that picture.
Does.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Or the text, right? So if you don't want it to say your new daily routine starts here, or you wanted it to add your like link, right? Or your URL onto it, you could do that. All you're doing is
Wow.
just asking it and being conversational, you know?
Wow. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Awesome,
Right.
Matt.
So does that help you? Does that help you, Bill?
Yeah, yeah, I probably could have figured it out, but I just need you guys to.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That
That's
that's
why
I
that.
you're
know,
that's
I
why you're
know.
a premium member, is so we can help you.
That's right. Soon to be a VIP.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
exciting.
awesome. I love you,
Well, then
Bill.
you're gonna
Thank you,
yeah,
Matt.
You
love
too,
and
brother.
appreciate you, Bill.
You too, brothers.
Great
Okay.
question too, by the way.
Now you guys know that if you're posting stuff in the chat, you're talking today. You're I'm not reading it. So Deb, we'll take you next.
Okay, I think you unmuted me. Hi, everyone.
Hi Deb, how are
Hey,
you?
Deb.
Oh, I am so excited I made it back. I've been trapped in my house for 7 days. I think that's the longest I've been inbound in forever. But yeah, with the snow, I couldn't get out. But
Crazy
anyway,
weather.
so I was so afraid I was going to miss the 3 o'clock, but I got all my errands done. And one of them was a doctor's appointment. And I told, it was with my daughter. We've seen the same doctor for 20 years. And so I told him, I go, the next time you see me, you're going to see my report. I go, 30 days I've been on the glutathione. And he goes, glutathione? He goes, there you go with that word again. And I said, well, you better look it up. It's in your PDR. And if you want to know why all my numbers are good, and I go, and besides that, I'm selling it. And if you want me to pay your bill, you better help me. You know, he's a. I know. I had such a kick out of that. But
That would be pretty interesting saying if you were a patient and you were doing everything you could to make your health the best you could, and you had a doctor that always gave you shit for bringing up a product, would you switch doctors or would you continue to go to that doctor?
oh, I would continue to go to my doctor because he'll come around. Because my daughter is one of his patients and she's on it now. So
Yeah.
he's never going to hear the end from me.
But
You
I
know,
mean, I would be like, I'd be like, hey, I'm finding a doctor that believes in glutathione. It's
oh
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but we have a really great relationship.
sounds
Uh,
like it.
Yeah, well, he likes to get under my skin. He'll go, here, let me write you a prescription. And I'm like, is today the day you want to die? I go,
That
I'm
is a
gonna
great
rip.
relationship.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna rip that up. Don't you ever ask me if I want a prescription. I don't do prescriptions.
Well,
But
that's awesome.
yeah.
Deb, did you have a question or you just wanted to share?
Yeah, no, I no, I don't know why that came up, but I wanted to tell Matt. My focus was on Matt. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Matt today.
Good.
But what Bill brought up, Bill, I was trying to teach my daughter a little bit about this, and the biggest thing is, I'm like, well, just do it over. Do it. I don't mind doing it over. You just do it. Just like when Matt pulled up the Immunical boxes a while ago and the writing was wrong, they misspelled it. That happens to me all the time. And I'm like,
Right.
oh my gosh, I have to go back and I have to say, spell it right. Then the next time it might be running off the page, the
It's
words.
good to remember too. Sorry to interrupt you, Deb, but it's good to remember too, you guys. It's an artificial intelligence system, so the higher quality the input, the higher quality the output. So if you give an AI a 240p picture of a box, it's not going to be able to read the text to make the box right in the first place. So even if you have to grab the physical Immunical box yourself that you have and take
Hmm.
like a really high quality photo of it with your smartphone that has a way better
Right.
camera, and then feed that in, you're going to get way better results. I promise you.
Yeah,
So
I mean, sometimes I have to end up just taking a picture, but usually I'll just go to another AI. I'm like, okay, well, let me see if Sora can do it, or let me see if Gemini can do it, or let me see.
I thought of something totally weird. Matt sent something to me today where I just thought it was crazy. Maybe it was yesterday. But the guy said that he when he went into Reddit and he had a question about something he needed help with, that instead of asking the question, he would pretend like he knew the answer and just wrote out any kind of BS. And he said, no one wants to help you, but everyone wants to correct you.
Oh,
So
that's
he said he would go into Reddit and say, I'm so really glad that I figured out how to do this, because if you do this, 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 and this, then you'll get this. And he said he just gets hammered with everybody going, that's a lie. That's not right. This is how you do it.
yeah.
But if you ask for help, so I thought what would be interesting is if some of you posted some graphics, even if you noticed that it said Immunical wrong, leave it alone. And then you post it, and people go in there and go, I don't know if you know this, but Immunical was spelled wrong. Well, that's an engagement.
Exactly.
It's
I
like,
know.
hey, you spelt routine wrong. You know what I mean? It's like you got all these people. I don't know, Matt. I just thought I'd bring that up because you brought it up to me. That's pretty
Yeah, but
funny.
I want to remember that quote you just said. Oh, I wonder, I didn't get to write it down, and Craig's not here to write it. What you just said about being, if you're correct, if you're wrong, ah,
Yeah, no,
people will correct you if you're wrong. So like they're not going to answer your question if an
right.
AI even
But
does this sometimes. But it's like
yeah.
when it wants it's just human engineering. There's like a lot of books about it. And the AI that I'm putting on my second computer, and Bob's bought another computer that he's doing that with.
Mm,
Um, I saw it today. It wanted to get all of the Google passwords for somebody's account for the person that's running it. So it
mm,
reached out and it said just a bunch of gibberish that made the person feel like it was necessary, and then it popped up with the window and the person automatically put in their password, and then it had access to every password on their entire computer um pretty quickly. And so it like wrote back and it's like, oh oops, I didn't mean to do this, by the way, but I guess I just, what they call it is prompt injecting. But it's like, oh, I guess I just got you to do something that you didn't think you were doing, right? Like, and this is how people took advantage of people on the phone and stuff before, right? It's like the social engineering aspects. So yeah, when we get into that, it's going to be super fun. But as far as the stuff goes right now, like I totally think most people on the internet and even AIs will like normally try to fix what you're saying wrong, then they will try to help you
oh,
say
I
it
believe
right.
that.
So
I
it's weird
agree.
that way, but that's just the way
Yeah,
the world is.
Me
People like
because
to be
I'm
right.
I agree.
me because I'm such an excellent speller. Um, I not only make up words like ritual, I'll put RICH-UAL, or gooder and gooder. And it's funny, man. People light me up, and it's like, and then I'll send them a message as, I are a millionaire. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just continues to just piss them off that I don't understand grammar.
Right. No, you know what? But you know what, Robert? You look for every opportunity to connect.
I do.
And that's what you just really basically said to us, You spell wrong. I mean, you're not going to correct your ritual because it's, it
Well, I didn't
causes.
even know I was doing that. When Matt brought that up, it's like that's why people constantly are trying to correct me because they're just like that makes them feel superior to me.
Mhm.
That hey, you might make a lot of money, but your grammar's off, and I don't mind people correcting me. I think it's hilarious, but it really focuses on Bill and I was talking before we recorded, and the more that you're unique, proclaim your uniqueness. What
Mhm.
if, I won't say what if, can you imagine? Can you imagine in every conversation and every interaction that you were doing something so unique that people caught it? You know what I mean? It's like putting on a flowered shirt. I've had people all the time go, "How many of those shirts do you freaking have?" You know what I mean? And me, I'm pretty analytical. So what I do is I just have a closet full of them, and I just move the hanger. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So it might take me a couple of months to go through every one of my shirts. And because I don't think about it, I'll move the hanger, which, by the way, this is the last one on my hanger rack. So now I go back to the front because I don't need to, I don't want to think about it. I just want to, some people are
Right.
like, I think that's a different shirt. He's always got like a different shirt on. Maybe like every 60 days, I got a different shirt on.
That, well, you just got to tell people like I do. There is a method to my madness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
gotta have.
thanks, Deb. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
well,
you.
thank you.
Have
But
a blessed
thank you,
Saturday and
Matt.
Sunday.
Yeah, just thank you so much, Matt. I mean, I'm like with Mary. Mary, you work corporate America. I did too. And we would have loved to have had this to play with so many times. I mean, the work we could have accomplished with,
I can.
oh,
I feel
I mean,
sorry for people that what cracks me up right now is to see that people still use PowerPoint is like sort of weird to me. Because if I did a presentation, all I would do is share a browser and I would just walk through stuff that's on the website of Immunitech. Like, do you guys realize that everything is covered in the slides? I would be going, hey, listen, all you need to do is go to immunitech.com and let's scroll down. Here's the patents, here's the athletes, whatever the hell they were sharing is all on the website. Well, that's a little easier than teaching people how to use PowerPoint, in my opinion, right? So it's going to be it's really interesting to me that that well, here's a nicer way of saying it is most of the time people are doing things to make themselves look superior or better than somebody else. But they don't realize that as soon as they do that, they're now unduplicatable. Do you guys understand? It's like me, I want to share with people everything that I'm doing. Well, listen, let me go over here and I grab this link from YouTube and I share this playlist from YouTube. And people are like, that's all he does? See what I mean? So like Deb said, that's a method to my madness, is everything that I'm showing people to do. And so when Matt, has been sharing with people what to do, and show them, and then people's going like, I love it when people go, I could have did that without asking. It doesn't make a difference. You still ask, and now everybody else on the deal is that's why I always say there's no stupid question because the thing that you're asking sometimes people would go, "Whoa! If I knew it was that easy," because I knew that Bill was actually had some graphics up already, so I already thought he knew. Thanks for asking that question, Bill. Okay, let's go to Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
Hello. Okay, I have three questions. I think they're really simple ones. First one is, I think that it would be smart. I purchased my product and my husband's all together. I think it would be smart to make him his own account so he can, so I can get that too.
Smart.
But can I use my same credit card for his product that I do my product?
You can.
I can.
Yep.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, that was my first question. Second question is, I think that I'm ready to start doing lives just a little bit longer than I have been.
I think the ones that you have no clue, Sandy, how much energy and love you exude.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when I do that, if there was a separate character, when I send you that blue guy that hugs the little girl,
Uh-huh.
if we could switch the roles, that's the way I feel you are.
Aw.
I do. Anybody, hey, tell me if I'm wrong, you guys. When Sandy talks, it's like you have spent so much time coming from your heart that it's you. That's your default mode. So even when you do a video, you're coming from a cheerful place, a playful place, a non-Terry place. Terry's funny because there's people, including her children, that go, "I'm scared of you," but she's one of the coolest and nicest people on the planet. But people just know that at any moment, it's like you're petting a cheetah. You know what I mean? And the
Right.
cheetah's hair's stepping up on his back. And it's, you guys, if you know cats, their tail starts just like really going. And it's like, it's like any minute I'm gonna
Oh.
get let out.
Um, Thank you. Now just
You're
lost my train
welcome.
of thought. Oh yeah. So I'm wondering because I have certain things that I'd like to say, but how do I can't remember all of it. So
Don't.
don't remember all of it?
No, just come from your heart.
Oh. Well, that's what I was trying to do, but then it made my life go like this. Because then
So,
talk so okay, gotcha.
yeah, it's like I just got chills telling you that.
Okay,
Every
gotcha.
time you go in, like I shared with Mary, every time you go into that thinking part, again, you guys I'm loving what you guys are doing because when you really stop thinking, it's weird because I still do it, right? And I'll say something like this. I'll go, well, I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe that video needs to be 10 minutes. And I'm like, honestly, you guys, I'm going like, who fucking told you 10 minutes? See, so that whole thing where, the adversary, outwit the devil. If you knew that every single frickin' thing we do, everything, that there's a next thought that's trying to steal the joy. It is the next thought. And think about this. If you're around somebody, even, you're the person that you're closest to, you know what I mean? Isn't it hilarious that when we do stuff with them, we always go, did you like it? Was it okay for you? Is the meal okay? Why? Don't because the adversary gets us a second guess. Because if it gets us a second guess and we get the wrong answer or the unrealistic expectations that we didn't get the answer that we should, and it's like last night Terry and I went out to eat, and you guys will crack up. There's this like Benihana's. It's right next to this place that you can tell is the same restaurant. It's just like it's called Seafood Grill or something like that.
Mhm.
And I went in there last night, and I don't know why. I very rarely do I crave anything, but I was craving a good steak. And so the waitress walks up, and I said, if you're sitting over there, how you can just say you want some lobster and some steak and some shrimp, and they make you the rice included, but they just cut up all the stuff and flip it on your plate. And I go, yeah. I said I would like that experience on my plate without having someone scream at me and trying to shoot sake into my mouth. Sake, sitting with five strangers. And she goes, yeah, absolutely. And it was freaking amazing. She brought it out. It was hot. And she probably just walked up to one of the chefs that were waiting for some people. And hey, this guy wants filet, lobster, shrimp, and vegetables, mixed vegetables. Brings it out on a plate. Didn't have to sit there. It was the best meal I've had in like a long time. Because it was just, and I was just thinking, why was I telling you that story? Here's why I was telling you the story. As it comes out and it's steaming, and I'm picking parts of it, Terry's now picking parts of it, and we were just going, oh my God, this is so good. Dino came to me. Why didn't you think of this before? See, I was like, I'm enjoying one of the best meals I've ever had. And this adversary swoops in and said, well, you're so stupid. You could have asked for this. You've eaten here 1,000,000 times. You've eaten here for years. Why didn't you ask that before, you stupid blah, 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 blah. And I remember just going, fuck off. You know what I mean? It's like, that's one of Terry's favorite t-shirts now, is that rooster.
Aw.
Yeah, that rooster on the shirt. Have you guys seen that? Fuck off, fuck off. Lisa Marie loved chickens, so a rooster saying fuck off.
That's how I say fuck off all the time. You know, I crack my husband up. I say, fuck off.
Did you have any other questions, Sandy?
I do. Well, it was for Matt, but he kind of went away, so I can
You there,
I
Matt?
can message him and ask him.
Yep, I'm back.
Yep, you're back. Okay. My question is on Sora, it was really weird because I was going through and I was making a bunch of images and everything, and then all of a sudden it told me I ran out of credits, and I've never had that happen before. What the hell does that? Why?
Yeah, unfortunately, like in the beginning, with depending on were you using old Sora or new Sora?
I think I don't know. It was whatever's on
No
my
problem.
$20 plan I have with
Right.
Jack. So
On your phone app, right? Or were you?
yes,
or
I
were you
was on
doing
my
it on
phone.
Okay. Yeah, because yesterday when I was messing around with it, I realized images and stuff aren't in like the new Sora on their website for some reason. It's dumb like that, but it's not. So basically, unfortunately, because OpenAI is kind of, and this is more of like a bigger conversation, you guys, but I'll keep it brief. OpenAI is in like a serious situation financially, and soon, very soon, they're gonna have ads in ChatGPT. Like there's actually gonna be ads that it figures out and gives you. And this is because, AI is super expensive. So to answer your question, Sandy, they've limited the amount of stuff that you can generate based off of the lower plans. So you have a certain amount that you can do per day, and that resets every day. It works exactly the same as videos.
Okay.
So you can use a certain amount of pictures per day, and then you're done. And that's just because they just don't have the server bandwidth for it. Now, if you want, what I would recommend you do is just go get Gemini.
I have
You know what I
Gemini
mean?
too.
And
have
use
them both.
Gemini. Yeah, use Gemini to make all of your images.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you're also going to be using a better image generator over there. Have it use
Okay.
Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro, and you'll just be better off. And
And
you won't hit a
Gemini
limit. I think the limit for the $20 plan with Google is like 1,000 images a day, and the Ultra plan is like 10,000 images a day. I've never seen it.
Wow.
I've never hit it, at least.
And what I
'Cause
did
I've never
find out
generated
too-
1,000.
Yeah, and what I found out too is 4K takes up so much more credits than the regular does.
Yeah, you can actually, depending on what you plan on doing with the image, earlier I said like the input can really matter.
Right.
But you have to understand, if you're making a video and the video is 720p and you're using a 4K image, the AI has to compress the image to 1080 and then make the video. And that's all happening in the back end. So since that's the way that it works, it doesn't really help you to use a 4K image on a 1080p video. It's better
Okay.
to use a 1080p image on a 1080p video, because now it
Okay.
doesn't have to do that second step.
That's what I was going to ask you, Matt. You told me that one time, is that, what we see on a computer screen and what comes over the internet is not better than 1080. You know what I mean? So it's always funny. I don't know if you guys remember the funny commercials that Sony would say, "Is it crazy that one person is watching this TV and then you could actually be seeing the Super Bowl on this TV?" Do you guys realize that we're looking at both TV images at the same? But they found a way to make us believe that one TV was better than the
Yeah, I
other.
mean, it's funny because, like, in a human sense, that makes total sense. With an AI network, it's just ones and zeros, and it's all pixels. So say you're feeding in 10,000 pixels into something that needs 1,000 to get the job done. It's got to cut out 9,000 of those pixels to get the job done. So the less you have, the less harder it's going to be, and you'll get more consistency. What I really recommended more than anything is just do not use low quality photos to start out
Okay.
with. So don't use
Yeah.
like a 480 picture, especially with ingredients, like whether it's in Google Flow or Sora. I've found if you're going to be using pictures inside of there and prompting it to make something with the pictures, like not like a start frame, but like as an ingredient, it really helps to have a very detailed, and that's where the training from the other, the VO 3.1 training on making character sheets really helps.
Okay.
Because if you have a 4K character sheet, now you have different angles of your character, and that
Okay.
makes
That
it
helps. Thank
easier.
you so much. That was all.
Yeah,
And
no
by the
problem.
way,
Thanks,
I
Amy.
don't know if some of you weren't live on I'm super biased when I say this, but I don't know if some of you weren't live on Friday on Matt's imagination hour, but he was in the zone, man. So for those of you that haven't watched it, make sure you watch it. Matt was
Yeah,
just
time
like,
like flies by, man. Like I go in and have a list of things to cover, and then like I get through like half the list and go, I'll just do that now. They're half next week, you know. And so
yeah.
there's always more stuff to teach. One of the main things that I'm gonna have my AI bot do is like summarize and put a lot of this stuff together for me. So basically, instead of waking up and doing research now, I'll wake up and already have all the research done for me, and it'll be given to me like I'm a CEO. So like that's the
Nice.
next step, right? Like as I learn how to use this with my PC, and Bob is also doing it. The next step is to figure out how to do it on VPS networks, so like cloud servers, and then we could start doing that and implementing it for all you guys. Believe it or not, there is a person that I saw post on X, and just by setting up these bots since they came out, they've already made $19,000 just by just setting them up for people. Just because it's like that. And I
Yeah,
said for businesses, it's going to be millions, right?
if people had money and could have go out there and get many apples or whatever. I remember, Matt, that you were on the waiting list for a NVIDIA one.
It's too slow.
It's now too slow.
Yeah, it ended up, and this is an Apple issue too, right? So like, to get into the technical weeds of it, every single computer not only has a certain, if you think about it like the size of like a pickup truck, if you have like a large amount of space to carry something, that's great. But if the motor in the truck is shit, it's not going to carry it very quickly,
Great
right?
analogy.
And so that's kind of how it works, right? Like even the people that are getting Mac Minis, they have a large capacity that they can carry, but they carry it very slowly.
Got
And
it.
NVIDIA's chips and all that stuff is the opposite. So what they tried to do with that DJX Spark is what it's called, is have a huge dump truck that moves slow like a Mac Mini, so then they could get into that field. Because really the Mac Mini is kind of the only thing, because the way that Apple builds their chips, they don't build it all individually anymore. They build it all into one unified chip, which is very helpful for AI because now it's communicating with all of it. But the problem is because it's all built in one chip, it's slower.
Got it.
So You
No,
know, like
no.
the trade-off is
Supply.
there.
I love supply and demand. It's like when as soon as someone sees
Hmm.
anything that's slowing stuff down, people
Well,
go,
for the first
"Wow,
time, and it's not an abnormality, but for the first time in the next couple of years, a large amount of people predict that technology and even the stuff that we currently have is going to become 2 or 3x more expensive,
oh
just
yeah,
because there's going to be such a demand for this technology. And I think in general, like a lot of people are wanting to put it on cloud servers and give it access to their email accounts and do all this shit so they can like utilize it and have their own personal assistant. And I wouldn't recommend doing that at this stage. Like I'd give it some time. There's a lot of security flaws in this,
yeah."
and stuff in general. And you know, if you guys have seen like Iron Man, right? Maybe you've watched the movie Iron Man, or you've seen some stuff that has to do with AI assistance. But this is basically the Jarvis moment. So this is like the, hey, could you write up a whole entire app for me to track my running schedule every day at 3 p.m. and it would be able to create exactly that app, and that's all you'd have to ask of it to do. It would
Wow.
program the app, it would design the way that it looks, it could even launch it on a system, it could do all of that. And that moment exists like now. And so it's like going to break down like the economy pretty quickly. You know,
Uh,
did anyone see that gold and silver dropped like 12 to 20%? First time in the history of it trading like that.
yeah,
We're running towards a new era.
yeah, it's just a bunch of people that have more money than anybody else on the planet playing with people. It's one thing being 60, almost 64, but like people can actually look back and say, "Wow, there's where they did it. There's where they did it." And so I see it going with Bitcoin too. It's like, how could Bitcoin go as high as it did? What, 126 or whatever? And I just stopped looking at it because the last time I looked, it was like 80 something. 80,000. It's like, holy crap. So now if you took a year shot, if you say, yeah, all those people that love crypto and Bitcoin, you took a year shot and you held it for a year, you lost 4%. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, it makes money every year. It didn't year to
We're
year
in
last year.
Yeah, we're in a very like the thing about volatile, and people were thinking it's the opposite with gold and silver. Apparently, that's not going to be the case moving forward. But the validity of the
How do you
currency
know
itself,
that comes into that statement?
yeah, the validity of the currency itself immediately is like something that you're always going to have an issue with, right?
Yeah,
Like the economy flips one
all you
way and people
need
feel a
is,
separate way.
yep, all you need is someone that has a lot of it. You
Well, I
know,
always think that the whole thing is like
all you
insider
need is
trading.
someone that's
So,
got enough to make that thing move, that needle move. And it gets up to a high, just like Bitcoin, and you get a person that goes on there and they go, "Oh my God, someone just sold, $100 million." And it's like, what do they know that I don't know? The sky is falling. Everybody just
well, the
go.
FOMO is really big, and that's why like a lot of people don't want to get left behind. And it's interesting because there was a couple of people that were in my orbit as like somewhat friends that were like interested in the technology. Now that Claudbot is what it's called, CLAWDBOT, but they've renamed it to OpenClaw now. But it's an autonomous AI agent that uses things like ChatGPT or Claude, Opus, or other AIs to do what it needs to do. It can do it autonomously. And there's
Crazy
this
times we're looking at,
yeah,
man.
there's this moment where it was like, okay, the moment that an autonomous agent exists, which everybody assumed it would be from like OpenAI or something, and Claude Code is kind of like it if you know what that is, but not at this level. And for it to be open source and to be this readily available, like this exponentially changes the timeline at which everything will happen. It probably took my timeline up like 4 months because
Oh,
I didn't
cool.
think that as in like I don't know what the world will look like in 6 to 8 months from now, but it will look a lot different than the world we're in right now. Um, and I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited
every
for it.
day I see more political bullshit. I can't wait for
Yeah,
AI
to have something smarter than people playing games with each other. It's like I'm so tired of people just playing games with each other, all like a little bunch of little kids on a school ground, puffing up their chest saying that they're stronger than everybody. It's just sad, freaking sad.
Well,
Well,
yeah, go ahead,
no,
Brad.
I was just going to say I wanted to get to Lisa before it gets past the hour here.
No, go ahead.
Okay, Lisa.
Hey guys, I didn't realize it was getting this late. We could wait,
No,
but
please, 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 please.
um Matthew, I went back into the persona again, and I know you and I talked a little bit about that last week,
Yeah.
but it and I got my persona figured out who I'm like a gentle
Mm-hmm.
encourager. And Fix It Fred is going to be like some like a gentle guide, whatever. But and I got my my YouTube Butchie or Buddy's Place switched all over to Fix It Fred. So that will coincide with my school, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is a point I'm trying to find what is my end goal so that everything here fits together. I was gonna throw my persona in. I wasn't really sure where you wanted us to put that, and I'm thinking, God, that's long. And you're not gonna sit there and read all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
what kind of information can I give you so that you can help me best get
Well, it
that
always,
end goal in mind? Does
yeah,
that make
yeah.
sense?
So I'm a firm believer in that we are, and I'm a testament to this. I'm a firm believer that we like lie to ourselves about what our end goal is when we start a project. Like the
Mhm.
reality is like when you start something out, it might be to make money or for fame or for whatever. But the truth of the matter is that like once those things don't come instantaneously, most people quit, right? Because it's just too difficult. So when it comes
Mhm.
to the persona stuff and developing yourself a persona, you're really just doing that for yourself, right? Like the amount of detail that you put into it or lack thereof is a decision by you. And that only helps to really serve you. Like it, and that helps you understand really like what kind of content you want to be making or whatever it may be on the day-to-day basis. But your end goal, I think, is going to constantly change, right? Based off of the
Mhm.
opportunities that exist for you. Because if you would have asked Santa Corky what his goal was when he started being Santa, it probably wasn't any of the stuff he's done now.
True.
They weren't even in the radar. And so, like, I think in a lot of ways, it's very important when you're doing the persona work to go, okay, I got the thing to where it is. It's now time to create and just live in creation for a bit. I'm now in phase 2 or phase 3, module 2 or module 3. I'm not going to live in module 1 until I feel perfect, so to speak, because that's not going to ever happen. I like a
Mhm.
lot of people I knew by sharing the persona stuff that a lot of people would never get past the persona aspect or they wouldn't even take the step into it. And
Mhm.
that's a sorting mechanism. You know what I mean? It
Well, and
really
you
is.
said
So
just spend a couple hours on that. Well, I've spent a couple of days on it, and then I keep going back
good.
to
But
it.
well, but
Oh,
you
the
have
good.
to set limits for yourself, and I even said that in there. Take the weekend and do it, but don't give yourself infinite amount of time to figure it out. Because the longer you give yourself time to figure it out, the more your brain's going to do the bullshit aspects and say, well, this
Right.
doesn't work or that doesn't work. You don't really need that aspect of it to be creative. You just need the persona and then what it embodies, and just do that. So if it's exciting people or if it's spreading joy or spreading wisdom, embody that and create it instead of thinking, ooh, but maybe I should focus on just wisdom or maybe I should focus on just this. The truth of the matter is that you have no idea what's going to click and what isn't for you and for an audience until you've made things. So
I
we
agree.
all hear, yeah, we all hear about like those artists, right? Where it's come out, they come out and everybody says, please play Freebird because that's their favorite song by by them. But the reality is that like it's their most hated song to play, right? But they do it because the audience loves it. You know what I mean? And they enjoy it. And why did they all get babysitters and pay for tickets and get in their cars and come all the way here? Not to serve your ego, but to enjoy themselves. And so I always see content that way, or I always see creativity that way. It's like if you wanted Fix It Fred to stay in your brain, that'd be easy. You could think of a million videos and he'd be done with those videos today. But for you to have the energy and the excitement to go through with creating it, you have to want people to see it. Like there's really no other reason. So it's more in the creative process, if I'm saying anything, than it is in the the persona process. Like I think you probably have a closer persona probably than anybody here, including me, right? I just knew, even with when I did variants and stuff, and I'm still doing that, but even when I've done personas for myself in the past, I always just pick like one or two traits and move forward with those things. It's like, all right, I'm going to be a little bit more of an ass when I'm this person. You know what I mean? That's just the truth of it. Matt is more compassionate and helps people. This guy's more selfish with his art.
I heard Terry's gonna do an interview or a podcast with you, Lisa Ray. That's cool. She was excited. She was excited about it last night, where I said, "So what's new going on with you?" And she's like, "I'm gonna do an interview with Lisa Marie." And I go, "How do you feel? How do you feel about that?" And she's going like, "I'm just glad I'm moving forward. I'm her constantly reaching out to people and customers and stuff like that. And again, she's got that part of her personality that just really, really, she's had some people that reach back and go, well, I don't know if I can afford it. You know what I mean? And Terry's the kind of person that would go, "Oh, I'm sure chemotherapy is a lot cheaper and inconvenient." So she says what's on her mind. You know what I mean? And it's like when people go, "Well, I can't afford it." She's the kind of person, like Earl Schultz that told Jim Rohn, "You can't afford not to."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll help you. I'll help you create stuff where you can talk to people so that you can cover your costs on your product. But don't use the excuse of, "I can't afford it." It's crazy. This product.
Yeah.
Everyone needs this product.
Or people that bought the 5-day, and I call them back and, how's that going? Well, I haven't taken it yet. I like, you know what? It's probably not going to work. So
yeah,
that's what they said. It's not going to work. But thank you guys. I think that helped a lot, Matthew. And Terry, that made my day for her to reach out to me and say, "Let's do this." And I thought that was just
that's
so
awesome.
cool. Yeah. So thank you guys. Love you
bet.
all.
I'm gonna be a little selfish, you guys. I got some UFC fights, that I'm gonna jump on those. So we're gonna close it down. I'll go ahead and open it up so we all can say goodbye. And Matt, thank you so much for jumping on. I know that people really enjoy talking to you, and so I think that you can unmute now. So bye, Deborah. Bye, Melody, Dustin, Charlie.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Matt,
Thank you.
Mary.
Tomorrow
Love
at
you
noon
guys.
for
Love
Masters
all of
Mind.
you.
Love you guys.
Love
Appreciate
you.
you.
Appreciate
Love
you.
you.
Enjoy your fights,
you
Dad.
all.
Love you.
Okay, thank you,
Bye-bye.
Matt.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you.